Welcome to Trendcaps channel. Today we will talk about 365 Days movie recap. In the beginning we see the head of a large mafia group is negotiating the sale of young girls and he has a son named Massimo. After finishing the conversation he approaches his son and at that he is shot with a sniper rifle. The bullet kills the father and wounds Massimo. A few years later Massimo becomes the head of the family and goes to deal with the bankers who advised him to invest his money. Meanwhile Laura Beale is sitting in New York with the owner of the hotel where she works. Her coworker tries to blame Laura for the recent problems at the hotel, but Miss Beale definitely gets out of the situation and leaves her coworker to blame. She then returns home where her fiancé Martin is waiting for her and tries to persuade him to become intimate with her. However, Martin is indifferent to her and Laura has to be content with herself having settled his affairs with the bankers. Massimo flies home on the plane. He was informed that someone had intercepted his shipment of powder. Massimo was upset by this news and decided to take it out on the stewardess. The stewardess didn't mind, she even liked it a bit. Martin is taking Laura to Sicily on vacation. It's her birthday and in the evening Martin wishes her a happy birthday. At the same time he behaves like a pig. Laura goes to the bathroom and meets Massimo on the way. He clearly did not appear there by chance, and when Laura turned around he had already disappeared. The next day, while relaxing by the pool with her friend, Laura tells her that there was nothing in bed yesterday again. Then Martin appears and spoils the bride's mood even more. Moreover, Martin thinks only of himself and does not notice her at all. They quarrel and in the evening Laura goes for a walk in the city. In one of the alleys she meets a man who works for Massimo. After this meeting Laura woke up only in the morning in an unfamiliar place. The door was locked and she spent the whole day in the room. In the evening the door opened and she found herself in an ancient castle. After wandering through the corridors Laura came to the main hall and saw her photo on the wall. Massimo suddenly appeared behind her and Laura demanded answers from him. It turned out that she had been kidnapped for the sole purpose of making Laura fall in love with her captor. When Massimo was being shot on the roof he had a beautiful vision of the girl he fell in love with and thanks to whom he survived. From that day on he searched for this stranger. His search ended when he saw Laura at the airport. Massimo ordered her kidnapping and now he intends to keep her locked up for 365 days. During this time Laura must fall in love with him, and if not she will be released to make her realize that Martin is not her match. Massimo shows her photos of her fiancé vacationing with another woman. Laura is naturally upset, but she had a low opinion of Martin before. She was much more worried about the kidnapping because she had a life and she couldn't leave it for a whole year. She tried to leave but Massimo stopped her and made it clear that he would not tolerate disobedience. Laura heard him, drew conclusions and did her own thing. Meanwhile the head of the criminal clan had other things to do. Mario said that their organization might have a conflict with another organization. However, Massimo does not care about this because he has kidnapped a girl and is trying to win her heart. Massimo finds the man who ruined the family's image. Not only did he steal from his clan, which could be forgiven, but he also sold girls to a brothel. Punishment: Massimo promises to wipe him off the face of the earth so that no trace of him remains. While he was solving the problem Laura ran away and saw the moment of liquidation. She felt sick and fainted when Laura came to. It was morning and Massimo was sitting next to her naked to the waist. He explained that he had killed a very bad man last night and told Laura to get ready because they were leaving soon. After breakfast he took her shopping so that Laura could pick out a new wardrobe. She bought several expensive items and when it came to underwear Massimo went into the restroom to take a look. Laura didn't like it, however, and she showed her temper. After that she ran away. When she saw the police she hurried to them and asked for help, but they just walked away. When they saw Massimo they knew who he was and didn't want to mess with him. Laura had to go to dinner with her captor. After dinner she found her laptop and phone in her room. She called her mom and said she was fine. Laura lied that she had been offered a one-year contract in Sicily and now she had to stay here to work. In the morning Laura woke up in the same room as Massimo. She went to the shower and Massimo followed her here. Laura teased him a bit, but there was no continuation. This upset Massimo and he ordered Laura to be put on the plane where she was tied down with seat belts. This allowed Massimo to touch her in places where she did not allow him to. However, Laura did not put up much of a fight. They flew to Rome where Massimo was to meet his brother. Laura meanwhile tried to do everything to embarrass him. She even went swimming in a fountain. When they got back to the hotel, Laura came to Massimo's room and he met her in just a towel, but Laura was not going to sleep with him. So she tried to leave, but the door was already locked. Massimo chained her to the bed and forced her to watch a girl of easy virtue give him pleasure. It was his way of showing her what Laura had been deprived of by refusing him. After that, he released her and let her go. Mario insisted that Massimo get rid of Laura and apologize for his actions, but he was not going to do it. Laura regretted what had happened. She and Massimo began to quarrel on the yacht and Laura fell overboard. Massimo rescued her, and when Laura came to, she was amazed by his actions. Determined to repay her savior, Laura allowed him to do whatever he wanted with her. When the passion faded a little, Massimo invited his beloved to a ball. When they were on the dance floor, Anna appeared and Massimo dated her until he met Laura. Anna was jealous, so she promised to kill her rival. Massimo took her threats seriously. He took Laura away from the ball and told her that he was sending her back to Poland for her own safety. When Laura returned home, the first thing she did was go to her friend Olga and tell her what had happened. The two friends decided to celebrate Laura's return first at a spa and then at a nightclub. Here Olga quickly found a boyfriend for the night and disappeared. While Laura met Martin, he wanted her back and followed her to her house. Martin tried to enter, but Massimo was already there. Laura attacked Massimo with accusations because he had sent her to Poland without saying anything, and he disappeared and did not pick up the phone for a long time. However, Massimo was in no hurry to explain himself. At first, he was doing something with Laura by the window, and when they moved to the couch, Laura noticed a scar on his chest and realized that Massimo had been attacked. She admitted that she didn't want to wait 365 days to fall in love with him because she already loved him. In the morning, Laura woke up with a wedding ring on her finger, and when Massimo proposed to her, she accepted. After that, they went shopping and then met her parents. They liked Massimo. It was decided to organize a celebration in Sicily. However, Massimo didn't want to invite anyone from Laura's family so that they wouldn't know what he was doing. He allowed only Olga to be invited. At the same time, Laura was not feeling well. When she met Ola, she told her about her poor health and she realized that Laura was pregnant. She advised her not to hide the news from Massimo. Together with her friend, they went to choose a wedding dress. Laura was happy when she found the perfect outfit. Then they went home, and on the way, Laura called her fiancé to tell him that she was expecting a baby. At the same time, Mario learned that an assassination attempt was being prepared against Laura. He couldn't get through to his boss because he was talking to his fiancée. When her car drove into the tunnel, the connection was cut off. Immediately afterwards, Mario appeared, hurrying as fast as he could, but he was still late. From the look on his face, Massimo understood everything. He realized that he had lost his girlfriend. And here's the end. Subscribe for more movies like these.